welcome back to my channel, or I should say our channel. Today I have with me my baby. She just woke up from her nap, so she's just gonna join me for a minute. So we will do an introduction video with all three of us, and you know, just our family, getting to know the Drews family. So today I will be filming the video that everyone has been asking about, everyone has been wondering about. This video is really important to me, which is why it took me so long to record it. It means the world to me, and you know, this video I really hope empowers young moms and you know, does some good. So let's get into the video. So I asked on all my social medias like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook some questions you guys may have for me. I got pregnant at 18. I had her at 19. And anyway, I got pregnant at 18. I had her at 19, and I just asked you guys what kind of questions you guys have for me. My 18 and pregnant story. So one of the questions that I got off of my Snapchat was, how did your parents react on both sides? So Tanner's family, we told, and it wasn't really much of a problem. They were really happy about it. You know, I think a little bit concerned just because we were really young, but mainly just happy about it. Now at the time, me and his dad didn't really get along, so it actually was a turning point for me and his dad's relationship. And you know, we went to dinner and we talked, and you know, we made everything better. And you know what? His dad is like my best friend. I love his dad, and I love his stepmom and all of his stepsisters. They're amazing. So I'm glad that we actually have a relationship. So we ended up telling my mom, and my mom was pretty. She was just like, okay, that's okay. You know, she was really she was really supportive about it. I didn't end up telling my brother, my little brother, or my dad until later on. I really didn't want to tell him. I wanted my mom to tell him. But my mom's like, no, you need to, you know, grow a pair and tell them yourself. But I ended up telling my brother over a phone call, and he made me really upset, but towards the end he processed it, and I understand that it's a lot to process, but yeah. And then I texted my dad, and I told him, and you know, he never really responded back to me. But the reason why my family was so not very like inviting to the topic was, in our culture and in our just value system, it's not something that is encouraged to do, which I understood that. And at first, when we first found out, we weren't even sure if we were going to keep the baby. So thank God I did. But yeah, so that was kind of just both of their reactions. Another thing was it stressful trying to figure out how we were going to take care of her? Yes, it was very stressful. We had no idea. I had no idea, especially me. I had no idea that how expensive having a baby was. I had no idea how much cribs were, how much like anything was. And I think Tanner was more knowledgeable about that than I was. I was more trying to focus on, you know, being happy and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really think of the reality to it. But yeah, Another one of your guys' questions was, were you on birth control at the time? So yes, I was on birth control at the time. I was on the Nexplanon implant that goes in your arm. I'm still on it, just a different form of it. So this was the complicated thing. Was the Nexplanon is very, very, you know, it works well. It works amazing. It works wonders. And no one really ever gets pregnant. It's like that 1%. And with our luck, we were that 1%. We had very bad luck during that year. But when the doctors found out I was pregnant, they literally wanted to do like another test because they didn't believe me. Like, they looked at me and they thought I was dumb and like I didn't know what I was talking about, but I did. So they took another test and I was pregnant, like I said. So when they took out the Nexplanon, they found it broken, and they were still very confused on how it even happened. Like I said, the Nexplanon worked wonders. It you know, I don't have a period ever. Like, I don't, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so I was on the Nexplanon. I still am on the Nexplanon, and it has worked thus far. So, ew. The day I found out. So the day I found out, I was super, super, super excited, but also really stressed. I had so much emotions. Like, I had everything going in my head. Oh my god. I just didn't know what to do. I had no idea. Like, oh my goodness. And yes, I can see who sends me these things, these questions. So, was I scared? I was more scared towards the end of my pregnancy. During the 3rd trimester, I was really scared. And then when she was put on my chest, I was terrified. Everything flashed before my eyes so fast, and it happened so quickly that I was just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? This little thing, I have to take care of this little thing. I'm responsible for her. What am I gonna do? But yeah, I was really scared. Tanner was probably more scared than I was. Like, terrified. Okay. Last question. Besides Tanner, who was the most supportive person? That's a really long answer question. So, I have an amazing support system, and my family was amazing. And I think only 2 people on Tanner's side were supportive, and that was his little sister and his grandma. Probably it during my pregnancy. I was disrespected a lot on his side. They would touch my belly, and I'm not really into that kind of stuff. I don't like that. Stuff like that. So, yeah, I was really just disrespected on his side, so we have kind of stayed away. But, even disrespected now, they've said some nasty things to us, so we kind of just don't want them in our lives, and etc. So, yeah. But my family has been and always will be my support system for her, for me, and for Tanner. But they've always been there for us no matter what, and I'm so grateful. Like, there's no way I could repay them for that. But yeah. But during my pregnancy, I was really stressed. It was a really hard situation. We were going through a lot at the time, and yeah, it was just really hard. So, I mean, we didn't really have money either. And at the time, I moved out of my parents' house. I lived in Utah County with my grandma and my fiance at the time. And, yeah, we lived there for a year and a half. And it was going good. And then towards July, towards the end, when I was gonna have her, we moved back here. And the only reason I moved to Utah County was because I was having some issues with my dad. And it broke my heart. But it's okay. But the one thing that I wanted to make this video for is because it's okay to not be okay. I've been through postpartum depression, and it's horrible. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to struggle, and it's okay to be vulnerable. We don't always have to be as tough as everyone thinks. And I wouldn't change her, and I wouldn't change having her for the world. She's my everything. And I love my family. I love my cute little family, and I hope to have another one in the next 3 years, maybe 5 years. I don't know. Depending on Tanner. Don't know. But yeah. So for any young mom who thinks that they can't do it, it's not true. You can do anything you put your mind to. And you know what? It's hard, but that doesn't make it not worth it. I promise you. And, you know, as long as you have a support system, and as long as you have people who love you, that's all that matters. And after having her, our family, like my family is so supportive with babysitting and watching her. And like even Tanner, like his 2 cousins, who come and see her all the time, and she's actually having a baby here soon. They have become like her aunt and uncle, and they mean the world to us. And some of Tanner's family has, you know, let stuff go, and like those 2, and said, hey, no more drama, no more BS. We want to be a part of your life and Octavia's life. But we have an amazing support system on both ends. But yeah, so that is my 18 and pregnant story. Like I said, I really just want this to be an empowering video, and I really just want people to respect everyone and just be respectful of everyone. You know, don't be rude or disrespectful. Like, moms go through enough, especially young moms. But yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you guys soon in our next video. And we love you all. And mwah. Can you give him kisses, Davey? Mwah.